Hello, hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to be talking about Roman numeral analysis, which is one of the most amazing ways of communicating chords and harmonies within a piece with other musicians. It's mostly useful in like transposing or composing or analyzing music, understanding it. And Roman numeral just gives us great language to communicate scale degrees and the quality of the chords. And we'll talk about what all that means. So if we're talking with other musicians, it's so helpful to have language like this to speak to each other. We can just say minor 6 and we can write that down and it's very clear what we mean. And it transfers all over different keys. So let's get right into it. In the key of C, in the key of C major, we just have a major triad, C major. And that would be notated by a Roman numeral uppercase 1. And this is all diatonic chords to the key of C, so we're just going to move up to our next one that's built on the second scale degree, which is D, E, F, A. That's a minor chord. So this is going to get notated by, let's see, lowercase 2. The next one is E minor, lowercase 3. F in the key of C is major, and it's built on the 4th scale degree, lowercase or uppercase 4. The next one is an uppercase 5. This one is a lowercase 6. The last one is a diminished chord because within the key it occurs diminished. And if you don't have a good understanding of triads, I have a video about triads and there's tons of resources. Get a really good understanding of triads and all this stuff will make so much more sense. So the last one, the diminished, let's see, so we're gonna have a 7 diminished and it's notated with that little circle symbol. And then finally, we are back to tonic, which is the root 1. So this is all of our Roman numerals that we can use in a major key. And what's cool about this, if we wanted to borrow, say I wanted to make this C minor, all I would have to do to notate that that's my intention is to add a 1 right there. If I wanted to make it major again, we'll just put it right back to that. And vice versa, that applies to any of these. If I wanted to make something diminished, I could just add that little circle next to it, and vice versa. So it's really, really cool system. And so if I was playing with other musicians and I said, hey, let's play a 2, 5, 1, since we all know what this language is, we can all quickly just lay down a 2, 5, 1, for example, just using this Roman numeral system. And then the other thing that Roman numerals are great for is inversions. And so this is a root position chord, see? That's root position, so there's no number for it. The next chord, we're gonna put the 3rd E in the bass, but we still have the same notes. So E being in the bass, we're just gonna put a 6 next to that to notate that. And the reason why that's what we use, if you look at the E and the C, the distance between those two notes are a 6. And we also have a 3rd between E and G, so it's actually 6-3, but we abbreviate that and just say, so it would just be 1-6. The next one, check it out. We have a 6th interval and a 4th interval, and we call that 6-4, just to differentiate that between the 6 and the 6-4. And then look at that, in triads, we're right back to root. So we have root position, 1st inversion, 2nd inversion, root. So this next one, we're starting on E, which Roman numeral is that? Minor 3rd. 1st inversion, so it's gonna be minor 3rd with a 6. 2nd inversion, so we got the 5th scale degree in the bass, and look, between B and E we have a 4th interval, between B and G we have a 6th interval. So we're gonna put 6, 4, and then we're gonna do just back in root position. For 7 chords, very similar. Excuse me. Joey, in a minute. We have, so the 7th in the key of C again, just a major 7th chord would just be notated by 7. And then the 1st inversion, so we have the 3rd scale degree E in the bass. It would be major 1, 6, 5. 2nd inversion, so we got G in the bass. 4, 3. And then finally, we're gonna have the 7th scale degree in the bass. And that's gonna be notated with a 2. And the best way to memorize this is it goes 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're just counting down from 7, and you give them to whatever. And those are just the abbreviations we use to notate what they are. Cool, so that's how our inversions work. Let's apply it real quick. This is a really common worship song. And so if I was playing in church and they asked me to play, I just pulled up Oceans, which would just be, this is very simple, down to A, and then G final. So what I might do sometimes is throw it into sheet music just so I can understand it better. So we have a B first, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our chord symbols, I'll throw those in there real quick. Just for, should have done that. So we have a B minor, whoops. B minor, A over C sharp, to a D, down to an A, to a G. See, so those are our chords that we're gonna be analyzing. And so we're in the key of B minor. What would we notate this first one as in Roman numeral analysis? So for our Roman numeral, it's gonna get a minor 1. That's all we need to do. Minor 1. This, A over C sharp. So in the A chord, we have A, C sharp, E. C sharp is the second note in that, so it's gonna be first inversion. So for that, A is a major 7th, because A, B, C, D, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B is 7. A is 7 relative to that B. So it's getting 7 and it's in first inversion. So we're just gonna put a little 6 right there. Perfect. And then let's see, the next one, D, let's figure it out. B, C sharp, D, 3, and it's a major chord, so that's gonna get major 3. Let's see. The next, whoops. And then the next one, A, is the 7th, but it's not inverted this time. G is the 6th, and it's a major 6. All right, so now we're gonna get into the fun stuff. So right now we have our Roman numeral analysis. So in the key of B minor, we have a minor 1 up to the major 7th, which would be this, but we're playing it in first inversion. So minor 7, or major 7 first inversion, to the major 3rd in the key, down to the major 7, down to the major 6. And this is my first time doing this, so this will just show you how effective this is. I'm just gonna pick a random key, key signature. Let's do, it has to be another minor key. Let's see, what am I feeling? C minor, that's fine. So let's go ahead and copy and paste. I don't know if it'll let me do that very well. All right, I'm just gonna keep my, it's gonna delete the Roman numerals. If I try and select it all, all right, I'll just delete it real quick. All right, so let's put the whole thing in C minor. All right, so we just have our Roman numerals under us. So what would be the minor 1 in the key of C minor? C minor. So let's go ahead and, that's really low. Joey. Sorry. All right, so there's our C minor chord. So that would be our 1. And what would be the major 7 in C minor? So our accidentals, with the accidentals, it would be B flat major. So we have C minor, but since it's a first inversion, C, D, F, we're gonna put D in the bass. Gives it a really nice leading. And then, yeah, cool. So we have that same thing, but we're gonna make this this cat is so needy. it's going to be a B flat over D. All right, and then, oh no, I thought I changed all this to the same key. C minor. I guess I need a, oh, I know what to do. Just delete that. All right. Whoops. Yeah, so I'll just punch this in real quick. So then we have our D. There we go. And then the next one will be a major third. What would be a major third in the key of C minor? So let's count up. C, D, E flat 3, E flat major. So that's our major third. So let's go ahead and punch that in real quick. E flat major, and then just quickly, major 7, that would be a B flat major. Major 6, that would be a what? A flat. C, D, E 3, F 4, G 5, A flat is 6. So we can just quickly punch in on A flat. Boom. And just like that, let's just change this. E flat, B flat, A flat. Look at that. Just like that, we have our brand new piece of music transposed into a different key. So that's the power of Roman numeral analysis. You can change so fast. So even just doing it in my head, if I wanted to do it in D minor, I could take D minor. If I was to take the major 7, that would be C, but I would put it in first inversion, and then it would go to F sharp major. Wait. Okay. It would just be F major. I was going up a half step. So F major, that's our major third. And then we have our, back to our major 7th, so that would be a C. And then major 6 would be a B flat major chord. So right there in the key of D, I already have it. And I could really do this for anything. Sweet. So yeah, just like that, if you learn all this Roman numeral stuff, first you need to learn all your keys and your chords within every key, so it's automatic. But using this Roman numeral system, you can instantly apply it to anything. So a lot of times if I play in church, I'll only write down my Roman numerals for my chord progression, and that way if the singer's like, oh, I need to do it a half step up, I can instantly transpose to anything. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll probably make a further video with an even more in-depth application, just because this is such a cool topic. But thank you guys.